Already all. Gone. We're looking at a little dive into some footage of something called the Sunraysia. I think it's called the Sunraysia Safari cross-country rally. This takes place every year in Australia. And, I love rally at this point. And anything with motorsports and cars in general in Australia is usually pretty entertaining. Now, this one's going to be just some short clips from a couple different videos, so these will be linked in the descriptions, of course. Make sure to check them out, and we're going to jump right into it. This was suggested, by the way, in the comments quite a long time ago from John Frank. Finally getting to it, so I do appreciate it. As always, guys, strap in. Here we go.
1 point.
Oh, and this first one, we're looking at some in-car footage, and this is a Holden Jackaroo. Still can't get over it. That is such an interesting name, such an interesting vehicle. It's like a small SUV. And I literally did not know about this thing until like a week ago or whatever, when I did a video of like a lot of different Holdens, learning about them. So yeah, this is kind of cool to see one in rally.
1.1, straight on is the Tulip, and then immediately after, caution hump, straight on. 400. Straight on, road comes in behind me.
Sounds like a...
sorry, this is it here.
4-cylinder or a 6?
Caution.
Ooh, and it's a traditional manual, an actual stick shift, not a sequential or something crazy. Really cool, though, seeing it a little bit gutted, right? We have some interesting... like telemetry and the co-driver over here. By the way, the scenery, it just looks like Australia. I don't know how to describe it. It's one of those things where it's like, you can tell. You just tell it's Australia by the landscape. And then, of course, having the Holden logos, Holden Rally Team, that helps as well. This is pretty cool.
2.5 kilometers.
I want to do this so bad. I would love to do like
follow main track.
I would love to race a rally, man. I'm telling you.
Minor roads on your side and my side. 2.53. 2.2 is the call.
Ooh.
2 kilometers is the call. Sweep this one. 850. Turn left before the gate. Hard to see.
Turn left before the gate.
Yep.
850.
700.
Yep.
600.
Turn left before the gate. Okay.
400, 300,
turning left.
left.
I'm not really sure what kind of speeds we're doing here, but it looks like they're cooking in some sections. They're going pretty quick. And this is not like a full-on, unbelievable, super souped-up, expensive, like WRC car, right? This is more on the amateur is probably the wrong word. It's just more on like a different league, right? This is like, a little bit less than WRC, right? Like, it's not supposed to knock on this at all. It's just, like, this is obviously not a street car, right? It's not a showroom car. It's been modified. It's definitely a rally car. It's just not a, like, $1 million freak show car. Like, the WRC cars are literally crazy.
Left.
But I like this. This is what I would want to drive on a rally.
Before the gate.
WRC cars are almost like too much.
Gotcha.
100, turning left before the gate, hard to see. This is it.
Did you miss it? Oh, no, it's right here. There's the gate. Ooh. Oh, did you see? This looks fun, man.
Straight on past tank is on your side.
The terrain is rougher than it looks.
Is on your side.
And they are out in the bush, right?
And that's in 500.
Jeez.
Straight on past trough and tank on your side. 300. See the tank?
Yeah. Straight on my side.
Tank stays on your side. The road is my side.
What?
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Straight on.
Oh, there it is.
Next call is 240. Hard to see. Very hard left.
Ooh.
Through the gate and then back through the gate.
Here?
Yep, through here, through the next gate,
yeah.
And then back on itself.
What?
All the way back.
Oh,
yep.
Wow.
130, keep right away from the fence
Holy
around the
crap.
tree here. Keeping
This
right
is
away
crazy,
from the fence
dude.
around the tree.
This looks so fun. Ooh, he almost hit a...
Going left. Keep
He almost hit a big log or something on the side. Then he almost came into the trunk. There's a random motorbike there. Dude, how about these notes, though, over here, right? You get a good view of them. Being a navigator, man. Being a co-driver. That's just so interesting. That's what I love about rally. It's like, I guess other motorsports, you do have like a crew chief and coaches or whatever talking to you, but this is just crazy. It's so hands-on. It's so every second, right? Every second. It's such an important, they're equally important positions, right? They're equally important roles. Of course, the driver is driving. I mean, it's kind of everything, right? But then, of course, it's such a weird, rally stages can be so weird. And in this case, you're seeing one in motion where it can almost look a little confusing, right? And then, especially on something like this, you're like, where do you go? You got to look for the landmarks, and then you're going in between gates and fences. And dude, like, it's up to the navigator to get this stuff right and speak this stuff efficiently, fast, make it clear, right? Make it make sense for the driver. You got to kind of get it right the first time. The last thing you want to do is confuse the driver, and then you guys are going to lose precious time on, on that run. Really, really cool footage, though, to see inside. So I finally have seen footage of a Holden Jackaroo racing in a rally. Never thought I'd see that anytime soon, so that's a pleasant surprise. But yeah, that's a quick look. We're going to look at a couple different clips and then look at some info, because I would actually like to know where this is at in Australia. I didn't look at that yet. I will do that on video here in just a few minutes. And here's a look at from another event at the Sunraysia Safari. Look at these the Subaru tent or team. How cool is this? I mean, I guess it's cool to me just because, of course, I know Subaru's always been big in rally. I already knew that. But, I'm thinking of more like the Subaru STIs and stuff, right? Especially like the ones from 20 years ago. I think it's kind of cool seeing these. I mean, this is like a Subaru Forester right here. And then like a Subaru, I think that's a Crosstrek. At least it's called the Crosstrek in the U.S. and this is called the Forester in the U.S. I'm not sure if those are called something different in Australia. But I think that is really cool to see. So I'm already stoked for this. Oh, and there's the logo, 2022 Sunraysia Safari Cross Country Rally. Kind of cool, yeah? Ooh, I like the Crosstrek, dude. That is so cool. Ooh, yeah. I'll take that. I like that a lot. Ooh, and what was that truck? I gotta look at these. Those are like some trophy trucks, like Aussie edition. Oh, that soil, man. So interesting. Love the color. That thing sounds good. I love the sound of Subarus, man. Let's go. Hell yeah. Dude, I love it. There's more gates. Oh. Is this like on someone's property or what? Damn, that thing sounds freaking good. Gotta make our Subaru sound like that. My wife would be pissed. Love it. And it is called a Forester. Dude, why does that... This just looks fun. I mean, a lot of rally videos I've seen are just always adrenaline filled, really cool. And of course we've seen some really legendary stages from some pretty iconic locations, don't get me wrong. But there's something about these Australian, just this wide open, not wide open, I mean there is obstacles and there's trees and stuff. But I just mean like the way it looks, I don't know, the landscape, right? It's so out there. Right? It feels like you're truly in the middle of nowhere of this rugged, to me, it's like another planet. Like Australia is so unique, right? Like I feel like the only parts of the world that have this look are like, parts of nowhere, Australia, and parts of like, in the middle of Africa or something, right? That's very casual assessment, but, like that's what I think of, right? This is just not what the bush, so to say, looks like in basically anywhere in the U.S. It's just so cool. That Australian landscape is very recognizable.
2 kilometers next call.
And I feel like it's a great location for rallies, dude. And the cars are getting coated with that red hue, aren't they? Look at that infinite Aussie sky. Yeah, this just looks fun. Come on, they're getting some big speed in this section here. As well as there's some really rough sections where it's low speed, like right here. Really cool seeing the Forester, man.
With these big stages, it's going to be where it's won and lost.
Look at that. Look at these fast speed, badass machines. Holy crap.
Rarely making mistakes.
I believe this is highlights from last year as well. Look at these trucks. These are so cool. These are like trophy trucks, but it's slightly different than the ones we run. Ours are like a little bigger. This is actually super cool looking, dude.
And that certainly meant keeping
I freaking love Baja vehicles, trophy trucks. This is like what I'm all about, dude.
And third place looks certain to slip away until a chance
that is cool too.
With Toby Hedrick's father, John, revealed one.
I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't.
No.
Oh, it's a Nissan Patrol.
Just happened to, he's got one laying at home, so he went and grabbed it and got in there. So it was great, yeah.
It was great too.
Actually, this might be from 2023.
The
Did that
gearbox
say?
keeping them in contention.
Oh, that thing sounds good. V8.
On day one, Darren Webster moved his V8 Pajero up amongst the front runners, but yesterday wasn't so good.
We had a bit of an excursion yesterday, but we'll make a.
I love the livery on that. Look at this. This looks so freaking
very long
fun.
stages.
Well, with the new owner behind
I
the
love
wheel,
seeing all the
although
different
long
vehicles,
distance will
man.
be the challenge today.
A Triton. We don't have those either.
I just don't reckon anything. Mainly, yeah.
Mitsubishi
Yeah.
Triton.
Get all the calls
These look
right.
cool. These Aussie.
Look after the gears. Probably just
These. I don't know what would you call these? Do you call them trophy trucks there? Do you call them Baja vehicles, like Baja trucks? What do you call this? Because this is not a showroom vehicle, right? You know what I mean? Like these desert runner type vehicles with the long travel, crazy suspension where these things can go like freaking 120 miles per hour over the whoops and the bumps and the dirt and just kind of float over them. It's one of the coolest freaking things ever. And seeing these, this different take on this, right? I mean, this is one thing we do really well in the Americas, right? Mexico and the U.S. kick ass at Baja races. You know, the Baja 1000 and all the associated events like that. It's just one of my favorite things ever. And to see this kind of environment, this kind of race over in Australia is really cool. These vehicles, man. Isuzu D-Maxes, of course. Look at that thing. I love these.
It's great. We love it.
They tell me there's a wise old man in Bruce Garland that gave you a bit of advice.
Yes, he did. He told me first.
You
5
do
to
see
10
some
Ks, he said,
some
"Let the
wrecks
tyres
as
warm
well."
up," because they have a habit of breaking beads, and that's exactly what it did on the right rear on the long sweeper. And
Oh, it broke a bead on the rear tire, huh?
Wasn't much I could do.
That'll
to catch
spell not some not fun days right there. That's for sure. You know, this just speaks to, I've looked at so much different motorsport, car culture and that type of, automotive topics in Australia. And there's just so many that I haven't even seen, right? This being one of them. This is really, really cool. And I'll look up a couple things and we'll end it there. Yeah, this is neat. Is this something that you have watched or followed? Maybe you've even participated in the Sunraysia Safari in Australia? I mean, definitely let me know. I'm anxious to see your comments. And then if we put it in the good old Google, there is... wow, I just missed it. It's in September. So obviously September 2024 would be the next one. It is in the Outback in the New South Wales Outback, to be exact. Really, really cool, actually. It's a 4-day event in the Wentworth region on the edge of the Outback in New South Wales. Really, really cool. Fully sanctioned by both Motorsport Australia and Motorcycling Australia. The rally is open to motorcycles, quads, sidecars, cross-country, and traditional rally cars and selected off-road vehicles. With over 1,200 competitive kilometers over the 4 days of competition, the Sunraysia Safari Cross Country Rally is in fact the largest rally in Australia. No kidding. In terms of competitive distance. Well, I mean, you can see from the shot here, really cool vehicles, especially for me, vehicles that are, a bit different than the norm you would see here in the U.S. And, of course, that environment. I mean, look at these trees. Look at the dirt kicking up. I mean, the Outback is just a hell of a canvas, isn't it, for an off-road racing event? Just beautiful. So that is a Sunraysia Safari Rally. Really, really cool. And always gems from you guys in the comments, in the suggestions, that sort of thing. I just love learning about these different topics. And motorsports in Australia is pretty much always a W from me. It's always fun. So leave a like under if you enjoyed this. Subscribe to be part of this amazing community. And make sure to check those links down there so you can watch those whole videos. We just watched a couple clips. And other than that, y'all, it's basically it. So my name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. And until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. I'll catch you later.